Aho! Ochtaytuke. Okay. O kawita yung hiya kape. We come together, kawita. Dakota I apkinde. Duhang skampte. We will work with trying to learn the Dakota language. Takoja JC Hishnitsa Ed Iwechibidabedikte. I'm going to take his place. Ed Iwechibidabedikte. Sa tohang skampta hecha we will go as long as we can, but we'll probably take a break at 7 o'clock and then go from there. Hetaha, ake mkiyapte. Looking back over the several classes that we've had, we've mentioned, we've sounded a lot of the single words, nouns, I think they're called, nouns and verbs. And about a month now, I guess we're trying to make sentences, hoping that you will remember those nouns and those verbs, those little words that you put between nouns, that subject matter, to make sentences. I'm hoping that those of you that are viewing tonight, you must be teaching yourself, is what I am assuming. Shahina, this evening we will work with that. So, having said that, I want to greet everybody in Wipazokawakpa Oyate and all those Dakota Oyanke communities, Oyanke, Anagopta Nakapi Hechahan. How Echicha Pinapi Chuzape Naku Sukaza Wajigj Anana. Individuals, Sukaza Wajigj individuals, Anagopta Nakapi Hechahan. Yokpia Hoyachichape. I'm talking to you in a good way. What we are doing, this language that we're trying to preserve, is so important. It's important for our well-being, spiritually for sure, politically for sure, and physically for sure. These three areas, I know we can affect using the language and the culture again. To use wo inina. Wo inina, we talked about. What is wo inina? I think last week we talked about that. Wo inina is to sit quietly, inina, and to contemplate, to think about whatever it is that's on your mind, whether it's family, whether it's community, or yourself. You practice your wo inina. Idukcha, you think about it. Idukcha. And you can identify, pinpoint what it is that needs attention. Taku ed ekituapta, ed eukituapta. Single in plurally. We can figure that out by practicing wo inina. There's several of them that they're called virtues, right? Virtues or characteristics. There could be more than that. Akenu pached, maybe 12. But 7 of them that we practice more, I think, here. I'm not speaking about maybe different individuals that identify those virtues. Sometimes I can't remember the specific 7 of them, but there's more than 7 of them. The most important, I think, is Mishmieg Ed. Wo inina gda. Wo inina, I think, would be number one if we're to see which is the most important. Wo inina is one of them. Wo wash ake, the strength to do the things that you have to do once you have your wo inina, you figure things out. You have to have strength of mind, body, spirit to move forward to do things. Wo wash ake. Wo b'dehedich is one of them. B'dehedmich ekta. I will rely upon myself to do these things, whatever it is that we've decided to do or I've decided to do. B'dehedmich ekta. Tuwe b'dehecha kaha is always resourceful, always doing something that needs to be done. Hetwege b'nihecha or b'dehecha. So that's that's the third one. Wawohada b'deh. Wo wawohada apit. We have to respect each other. That's so important. If we don't respect each other, then the ability to come together and practice wonina collectively, yuitaya. Remember that word we used last week? Uitaya. Like an island come together. Nana, yakap. Mohadakap. So it's important to have wawohadabde, wowawohadakinde. That's 4, I think, eh? Wowash ake, the strength, the spiritual, physical strength to practice these things and day in, day out. Whatever it is you've decided to do using your woinina. The strength. And wawoki abde, wokie. Wawoki abde, to be helpful. To be helpful. Taku ajitu kted ichumpicha. You see something that needs to be taken care of. Taku ichumpicha. To work at it. Wadakika. Especially in a community setting. Inajinkte. Inajing awawoyakikte. You stand up, you get up, and you go over there and you help. Wawoki abde. Waunshida abde. Did I say waunshida? No? No. Waunshida abde, to have compassion. To have compassion for your community members. Where the compassion is needed. You go over there. Compassion, you have to take it now. Or stick compassion. Oh, makyo abshnigash, even though they don't say, help me. You know, you see, you see, they need help. That you have compassion, you have caring for individuals or community or dead wheat, the language. Tokyo anarop tanakape. Anarop. Tokyo. I know ito hitcha bedekte chanipte. Ito I'll go over there. Wheat yakab hitcha. Dakota yoh dakapi hitcha bedekte ito. Ibero takit. Anarop tamakik. You like. Hena. Waunshidab ha. Washa hina chanukte ito shock begide. Shock begide no was chanukte. Keha is shocking the seventh one is shocking the Woksape app. Woksape. Knowledge, understanding about the situation, about your own life. Because these things, these seven virtues, you have to apply to yourself also. Nija ohana. Ohana nihiduhekte. Ohana nihiduhekte nija. These seven. Then you can understand. And then nakashe wawoya kikte. You go be helpful. Waoshadak. So I thought I'll mention those things. As I said, there's other ones. There's at least a dozen of them. Makanya pache yo time pache. Ho hina hechid uya kumpe ahanata huh. We've been doing those things as a community. Anano yakape community. Eri no kawete omnichi hiuka. They're not taku ki iwohada kape. They talk about these things. Okadahan dehan right now. Hektakia tokatakia dehan. Right now, at this moment, at this time, today, not tomorrow, today. It seems that we forget about some of these virtues. And you can see it, you can hear it. Wadake ganach. So hina dino kichum kaha. Hohe kawite uhilba. Unkichiaba oyanke kinde api unkiaba. We fix our community. Oyanke community. Api unkiabte. We work at it to fix it. So the takojash, the young ones, will be taken care of properly. All these things that we must do in the community, council, different committees. Hina nakap. O hina okichio yampte yechichetka. We will do these things, have an understanding what the virtues are that makes a positive community. Hohina, I shehe. I wanted to mention those. And now, pewakante a little bit serious, these things to consider. We live within those virtues. Hohina obedake. Hochtaitu kinakade this evening. Hochtaitu kinde. Mushkamshiniched before we got started. Mushkamshiniched before we work at it, the language. We had a little lunch here. One of the members. Tate old money, right? Takun yudi app da ahi, aguyape, okat kahap, aguyape, ochete mahedi app. Tado yahana. Toga she yudi on. We had a little quick lunch before we got started. And that's part of what I'm talking about. To be caring, to bring lunch. You look after this group here. Makes us feel good. We're not hungry. We're good. We're full. And these are some of the things that come out of these seven virtues. You don't have to be asked to do anything. When you study, Okay. Aina tiktistele juohdake. Achtaituk. Chtani ha. Chtayed last night. Chtayed. Kabita on here takapshin. We didn't come together. Chtayed last night. Usnik rash nina. Usnik. Wow tibe kash. Wow tibe kta. Natakap. They closed the school. Wow ba awi checked dinner. Bus. Too cold. Ash usni for the takojas. Some of us are old, just like takojas now, so we get affected by the cold. We get affected by the cold, just like the takojas. When you get to a certain age, you seem to get cold. So hey, that is the reason. Hey ha kawite hey takosh. You makpehechitu. You look at the safety of your people that are going to come together. You have caring. That's why you. We left it there. We didn't do it. So hina hechtaitu. Apologize why we didn't come together. Ngaki chiktun japo. Forgive us. Wakik api. Forgiveness. But I thought I'll explain. Ani wa daka wachi. Sa hechen tokate ki unyapte. Heche takune peke dina. Anagaptape. Oyakachnirape uga. What I'm talking about, and mostly in Dakota, I'm asking, you hear that? You understand? Many of the words that I used in this brief 15 minutes or so talking in Dakota, a lot of those words that I'm using, we've talked about already as single words throughout when we started. The nouns, the verbs, hina. That's what I'm using. So hina. Idukchumte, you think about it. Hektake, iduksh, I heard that before. Henakun, that one too. You put those in each yaza, you put them together, each yaza. Short sentence. That's how you learn. What ka is that? Ka means what? But, right? But there is something that I've talked about in the beginning when we started. There's something that I talked about. Ta kung hey wahda. O Dakota I api. The spoken Dakota language. Dakota we choch. The culture, the things we do, we choch. When we try to get those back, mukikik chochim. Hachantako idhuche. While we're thinking about regaining our language and our culture, something gets in the way. That something is very real. That occupies your mind. That might tell you, I gotta go over there. I can't go to the class today. Something will convince you. I'm busy. These kinds of things. So, when that is the case, when you want to think about the language and culture, you teach yourself. Before you do that, say a short prayer. Ato kantak. Awameka. Ushimanda. Omakia. And you mention your name. 4 words. He just prayed. 4 words. 5 words. That's all it takes. The important thing is to do it with belief and faith. Before you practice, learn the language and the culture. Oh, hey, now. I know I've mentioned that before. Hey, itoka bona hepe. It's worth repeating. It's worth repeating. Ake ea picha. Ake. Again, ea se picha. Ea picha. Could be said again. Should be said again. So hina. Nakade. Takuni yudi yum ptahi. The little quick bite we had. Takun ab hai, whatever, Takun yud yap. Quickly, huh? Just like a little lunch. That's what that means. Takun yud yap. Not a big meal. Woyote tankashne. Takun yud yap quickly. Hai wo pedewichi de ahiga. Takun utap. Going back several sessions we've had, it seems like we're talking. It's more male specific. What should I say that? Can I say that? Or generally what both male and female can do, So this evening, maybe I'll mention a few things that I don't know if I'm breaking any protocol, but just because we're in a learning situation, what women do, okay? And Hakashi, I relied on Hakashi, Eleanor, to do the winho wa Espanha, but está com winho we choke dinner. Because we had a little takun, we had Yudi after. Maybe I'll mention different nouns, utensils, and verbs about the kitchen. Winho kindina. Winho, the female, winho kindina wa Espanha pe. Nina, you work hard every day. Wa Espanha ba, taco yujaja. She checha kina awan chaka. Wanka yujaja. Wakshicha hina yujaja. Hayaka hina yujaja. Hayaka is the clothing. Owanka is the floor. Wakshicha is the dishes, the pots and the pans. So we they have a big job. Wichocha. Tanka. Ota. Tiwahe awahadakap. Look after their home. Tiwahe is your home. Awayakap is you look after it. So hey, these that tell me those women folk anahupte. How do you say these things? Wakshicha shkokpa, a bowl. Wakshicha shkokpa, a bowl. Wakshicha, a dish that's hollow. Wakshicha shkokpa. Should I write that down?
Yes.
Please?
Please and thank you.
This shadow, this is red. Wait. Wakshicha. I'm not a very good speller. Walk. She. Cha. Remember, the C is always a CH sound. You remember that? The C is always CH. Wakshicha is your regular. Tahi, you can use it. Hold that plate there. Oh, here's one right here. This is wakshicha, the plate. Wakshicha. Wakshicha. Plate. Shkokpa, a bowl. Gok. This is a K. Wakshicha Shkokpa. P-A. A, the letter A is always an ah sound. Ah. Shkokpa. Yeah. Skokpa. Wakshicha Shkokpa. It's wakshicha, but it's hollow out. Hollowed. Shkokpa. It's hollowed like this. Wakshicha Shkokpa. That's your regular bowl. Doesn't matter of any size. But if it's a small one, you could say wakshicha Shkokpa tistinang ha. Tistin, the small one. Like your morning porridge bowl, like that. The next size, wakshicha shkokpa kitana, a little bit bigger than the tistina. Kitana tankag ha, a little bit bigger. Kitana tank. Wakshicha shkokpa tankag ha, maybe the big ones where you could aguya pikagap, but inza. But inza is to punch your bread. But inza, punch your bread. Should I write those down? Wakshicha shkokpa. What did I say? Kitana? Kitana. Huh?
You said was a little bit bigger.
A little bit bigger. Kitana. Wakshicha shkokpa.
Yeah.
Kitana. 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 Tanka. Wakshicha shkokpa. Kitana tanka. A little bit bigger than the small one. Kitana tanka. A little bit bigger. Wakshicha shkokpa. Tanka ki. Tanka. Tanka. The big bowl. Maybe you make bread or something. The big bowl. You mix your bread. Aguyapi bedu. Aguyapi bedu. The flour. Bedu, just like dust. Bedu. Bedu dachche. Bedu. Aguyapi bedu. Yeah. Your flour. So, okshicha shkokpa kitana tanka. Like, pretend this is a bowl. And this is a bigger bowl. Tanka. So, you can with this wakshicha shkokpa tanka ihnona, maybe you can make banik. You can put your flour and the ingredients. What did I just say? Agoyapi bedu, right?
Yeah.
Flour. How do you spell that? O-U-R. Agoyapi. Agoyapi bedu. Bedu is fine, just like dust. Agoyapi bedu. That's the flour. Yeah. What else do you need in there? Oh yeah. Baking powder. Baking powder. Baking powder. Okay. Baking powder. Baking powder.
I'm not gonna tell
Okay.
you. That's my secret.
That's why it turns out good. Yeah, these some of these ladies they have secrets and ingredients. Baking powder. Wina pochie.
Napokya.
Wina pochie.
Napokya, Goya Pidu, and School.
Miniskuya. Salt. Mini. Oop. Miniskuya. Salt. Miniskuya. We've had a little bit of discussion on miniskuya. What do you call a salt water sweet?
Sweet water.
Sweet water. Why do you say that? We've had a little discussion on that, I remember. But sometimes, like around here, if you're going towards town, to Oak Lake, town of Oak Lake, if you look to the side of the road, or if you're going to Verdun, past the Kenton corner there, if you look to the side of the roads, the ground is white. That's salty ground. I believe, if I remember correctly, they manufacture or they do something with that salty ground. It's you go up to it, you just like these powdery. I think they must make something like that. Somebody must have tasted it or whatever. I don't know, but I think maybe that's where it comes from. Mini has having something to do with the water. Miniki skuye. If you go to Salt Lake over here, there's a little lake not too far from here. We used to all go swim over there. Salt Lake. The lake is salty. You can taste it. I wonder if that's how they used to make them. Maybe take some of that water, Salt Lake water, and let it dry. Let it go dry. Maybe they use that for your meniscuya. Maybe I'm not sure, but I'm just saying that. So meniscuya, salt. Wina pochie. Wheat is something that you use to make the bread rise. Napoga is something that rises with air. I think it's air, right? Yeah, air. Napoga. When something, let's say, an animal or something is laying out in the prairie for a long time, the stomach expands, right? Napoga. That's just like the same as that. We napochie. That's the baking powder.
Because it makes it rise.
It makes it rise, yeah. We napochie. We is the substance that you use. We napochie. The substance we that you use to make it rise. Flour. Aguya pibidu. So these are the ingredients. Of course, mani, you need mani, right? Mani. Water. Water. So those are basically your four ingredients that you need to make aguyapi. Aguyapi. Mix that in your wakshicha skokpa tanka. Mix it up in there. Now, how are you going to cook it? Are you going to ocheti mahed inside the stove? Or cheguguyakte? You're going to fry it? Cheguguyakte. Iskabubu aguyapi akagte. Okadia ape. Aguyap okadia kagapi. There'll be a fire here. And Kunshi, the old people used to make that. They have the frying pan, they make their dough, and then they put it against the fire like this. The frying pan. Okadia. Okata is It's the heat is here through conviction. I guess you're gonna call it that. Okate. It's hot. You're not frying it with grease. No. Wihidi. No. Okada kakapi. You put it there. So those are different ways of making aguyape. Ochete mahedi in the oven. Ochete mahedi. You put it inside. Ish wihidi. Aguyape. Wihidi kagape. Should I write that? Aguyape. Aguyape. Wihidi grease. Wihidi with kagapi. I don't know, it's a long word. Kagapi. It's more than one, right? It's a plural.
Yeah.
Aguyapi, bread. Wihidi, grease. With kagapi, make. Aguyapi, wihidi kagapi. Again, aguyapi ocheti, the stove. Ocheti, my head. Ma head inside. Ieyapi. E ye ya pi. More than one, remember? Pi. More than one. Aguyapi, bread. Wihidi grease with kagapi. You make. Aguyapi, ocheti, the stove, the oven. Ocheti mahed inside. Ieyapi. You put it inside. Ieyapi. Put it inside. Ocheti mahed ieyapi.
Is that an E between the H and the B?
Yes, that's an E. Yeah. Mahed. Yeah. E is always a sound. Mahed. Ah, eh. Mahed. Ocheti. And Okadia. Aguyapi. O. Kad. Ya. Remember, Okadia. Kagapi. Kagapi. More than one. Kagapi.
Is that still part of the Ocheti?
Ieyapi.
Gadia.
These are three different.
Oh, three different
Yeah,
ones?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All starting
Yeah.
with
Aguyapi, yeah. Three different methods. Aguyapi wihidi kagapi. Ocheti mahed ieyapi. Okadia kagapi.
That one's kabubu bread.
Yeah, that is kabubu bread, yeah. Yeah, kind of pat it on, as you're, kabubu kagap, kabubu. Kabubu. Aguyapi. Kabubu. Why you kabubu as you kind of pat it, kind of knock off the loose flour. I imagine. I'm not a woman, so I'm not. Why you kabubu it? I don't know. I don't profess to know.
She got a lot of sisters.
Well, I don't go watch them what they do. So, but I did watch my kunsha when I was growing up, and that's what she used to do. So, ocheti, takad, ocheti. A lot of times, back in the day when we were younger, and in the summertime, we don't. I don't think we ever eat inside unless if it's raining. We've always eaten outside. There's a fire there. And everything is cooked outside. Taku oas, everything. Takad, outside. Spayampi, they cook. Spayampi. So it seems the wachpe kagap in when you wachpe is tea. When you make wachpe outside on the fire, it tastes a little bit different. You can taste the smoke in it. The smoke, coming out of the wood. You can taste a little bit of that, or you can smell it. It has a different flavor to it. You get used to it. I got used to it, and that's how we used to have lunch, supper, always outside. Takanushkampi, takachi kat. Huh. Back then, huh. Takure air condition abde unhapshne. There's no air conditioning, so they don't want to cook inside. Timahed washpaya chimshne. So takad hecha. Ohanze kakaba shade ohanze. Had washpaya. Dinakich umpi the different ingredients. Water, miniskuya, wina pochye, agoya pi bidu, wina pochye. That's the baking powder. Just a little info for you powwow people out there while I remember. Shadashdada wa cheap ape, the jingle dress dancers. Shadashdada. They have big money for that now. Shadashdada wa cheap, the jingle dress. Shadashdada sanksani cha. I should write it. Shadashdada jingle dress. Just as a for information, while I remember it, jingle dress. Da, sh, da, shda, shda, da. Shda, shda, da. Jingling. Song. Song. S-A-N-G. Song. Song. Gonna be out of Roman song. Song. Nicha. Ni and C. Oh, I'm running out of word. I'm running out of song. Song. Dress. Shda shda da. Sang sanicha. Dress. Sang sanicha. Jingle dress. In the back days. My mother was born. Inawake. My mother was born in 1920. As a little girl growing up, I always had powwow here. What sheep. And my mom remembers herself wearing shidashidada. Jingle dress. So if she was born in 1920, that'll be like say 1925. She was already dancing with shidashidada, jingle dress. And she said her aunts already had shidashidada sanksanicha. So her aunts already had a jingle dress. What do they make their shidashdada, the cones? What did they used to? Guess. What did they used to use?
Soup cans.
Yeah, that's one of them. Soup cans is one of them. Yeah, winapochia. Baking powder.
The lids.
The lids of the baking powder. They're about this big, right? Baking powder is like this, right? Cans. So the lids, that's what they used to manayampe. They keep those until they have enough, and then they make cones out of it. So so my mom started dancing around 5, 6 years old, Shashdada. And then she says her aunts were like that too. So that's got to be like early or late 1800s already that Dakota were dancing Shashdada. Then, mind you, they're not as elaborate as what you see today because they only have enough resources, you know. But just like I just remembered that, so I thought I'll mention that. That they use the wina pochia, the lids of the wina pochia to make the jingle dress. So I would say like jingle dress has been around before what was mentioned to be the in the 80s or 70s when jingle dress got popular. It was way before that at least my mom anyways and her aunties that had Shdashdara Sangsanicha. What cheap, just as for your information, kind of a thing. So that's the woman's kitchen, a little bit woman's kitchen. That's why I say a woman's work is never done, or her mom used to always say that anyways. A woman's work is never done. Taku ichumta ota. Ampetu ku hospitechada. The the day is too short for a woman to finish her work. Taku ichumta what to do lots. Taku ichumta ota. So sometimes Nina Waichumbash, they can't finish. Leave some for tomorrow. So that's cooking. Wakshicha, we said, Wakshicha. Wakshicha shkokpa, tistina, kitana, tonka, tonka. Cherupa tuna. How do you fry? Or do we have that up there? Ruyape, cheruyape. You fry. What do you fry in? Frying pan, right? Frying pan. Unkarapi. Yes, you got it. You make that in with your frying pan. Frying pan. Pan. What did I say it was? A frying pan is. Huh? Uh, hmm? A frying pan. Yeah. What can we say it is? Hmm. I even forget. Yes. See, I'm not a woman, that's why I forget. A fork. A fork. We chop hay. We chop hay. A fork. Chop is you stab something, right? If I had a fork, I'll stab this, right? Chop. We chop. Fork. We chop. A spoon. What is a spoon? Yes. Two. Ki. Ha. I is always an E sound, double E sound. Ah. Remember the vowels? A, E, O, U. Tukiha, spoon. Again, tukiha, there's little ones. Tistina, kitana, tanka, tanka. Tukiha, small, a little bit bigger, and big ones. Tukiha. Isan, knife. 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 E, remember E, I is always an E. E, son. Isan, a knife. Some dialects they say mina. Mina. I think some American dialects say that. Mina. Isan. Mina could be your sword, a military sword. Isantanka, Americans. Isantanka, American. Onkish, Unchiapi. Isantanka Ateapi, the president who just got in yesterday. Isantanka Ateapi. Onkish, how do we say the queen? Unchiapi, the grandmother. So knife is Isan. Knife. Spoon tukiha. Fork wichape. Frying pan. I need more room. So che ru. This is a U. Che ru ba tu na.
Your mic is off again.
This is red, I wonder.
Maybe you hit mute on it.
Maybe.
There. Ah,
Maybe. Hey.
On call.
Ona. Aha. Hockey. Matans net kajt san iwa kapa makeda. My mic was off at son. I was talking, complaining. Iwa kapa. Iwa kapa da. Hana after somebody's complaining. Why ikapa? He's complaining. Ikapa. Oka, tokiata ha. Iowa ayapi chiata ha.
Sioux City.
Sioux City, Iowa ayapi ho. Ave koshka wa hechita ha. Wo api hiye. Anahupta ya kake. Sioux City, Iowa. I say ho. Pida wo pide chichi da for taking interest. Ionic pi. You like the Dakota. Ionic pi. Wo pide chichi. Hechu hey ampe hecha ha. If some of you are over there, Dakota. Ukichi akapo. Tell each other. Anahupta po. Uspech ichiapo. Tokata kia Dakota I api. Dakota wichocha. Taku ichumpi dina. Wachin aptero tokata kia. Dana wana othanka api. The elders. Elders. Wichaga. Awia. Elders. Hina wanin aida. Knowledge keepers apche. Hohena hecha. Aucha kapo heche Dakota. Uspech ichiapo ichupo Dakota. Wo Dakota. Hino government wichashta uji uktida. O dani kota heche ha. Dani kota heche ito Dakota yao. Makipazo show me. Makipazo. Dani kota heche. If you are Dakota, show me. Because this is dependent on your Aboriginal rights iktida. You better be able to do it. Otherwise, no more Indian eka ha hope. Shichak tido. Hichia ya umptido. Yotia kiaptido. You'll be in a bad way. You'll be suffering. So each ichiapo. Speech ichiapo. Take it upon yourself. Each ichiapo. To wob the head each yeah. With the head ichiapo. Wakanaka de. Wo hadaka make. Wia we choch a apple. Wia we choch. The things that women do, that they toil at, they work at all day, sun up, sun down. Wakshicha, washpanya, cheti, make fire, cheti. Wachpe akan ehde, put tea on. Coffee kaga, coffee. Wakalape, pijuta sapa kaga. We drink. Wakanja hina takoja, chichecha, what the hedape, what the hedape. Ipipte, they'll be full. Yokpipte, they'll be happy. Skatapte, they'll play outside. Hana a long time ago. In the winter time, they did chtani hunking the other day. O sneak it or diche. Minus tonoxa se.
46.
Minus 46 hecha. O sneak it. Hana hecha. O sneak it just to find out how cold it is. Because kids like to play outside. O sneak it they used to dress the kids. We try you weepy. They dress them up. We try you weepy. Takariya ucha. And they send them out just to see how cold it is. Then the parents will be sitting inside. If they come running back in right away, they know it's cold. That's their thermometer. Or if they're out there for a long time, or maybe they don't even come in all day, shkatape, ape to ate all day, then you know It's not cold. So the children were used as thermometers back then. Let's see how cold it is. But yeah, I was talking about the roles of the winha. The winha. Waichum, pitago, techum. Kitchen. Naku, the other things, the role that they do is, I talked about the oonka, the floor, paquinta, piujaja, pe de wash. Mini, chego, hana. Pail, mini. Oonka, hana, paquinta, pe de wipe it. Wakshichi, ujaja, to wash the dishes. Tukiha, wicha, peki, dinner. The spoon and the fork, they wash. Nuko heyake. Heyake is your clothing. Should I write that down? I'll wipe this off. Yeah, I'm right-handed, so this will be better. Heyake, clothing. Woyoha. Woyoha. Wo you ha. Guess what that means? Woyoha. Woyoha. Belongings. Whatever it is. Belongings. That's an N. Woyoha. Belongings. Whatever is in the house, timahed. Whatever is in the house, furniture, anything that's in the house. Woyoha. Belongings. In the back day, it still should be like that. In the back day, all the things, including the house, that belongs to the winha. Woyoha. Belongings. Everything that's in the house that belongs to her. If there's $1 million in the house, that belongs to her. That kind of a thing. Anything. Woya wapi tanka $1 million. Woya wapi tanka. But that doesn't apply anymore. No, just kidding. Belongings. Some of the belongings would be I should have put clothing, but laundry. One of the roles, laundry. No. Laundry. To do laundry. Wayujaja. 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 Laundry. Earlier I said that washing dishes and wichape, isamina, those kinds of things. Laundry has to do with clothing, bedding, whatever, Wayujaja, to do laundry. Or wojaja. Wo, ja, ja. Wojaja.
So it can be either word.
Yeah, either word, yeah. Wayujaja is the actually acting yujaja. Yujaja. Wayujaja. Ka wayujaja. Wojaja, it's the act of doing it. Wojaja. Wojaja. Washing. Washing or cleaning. Washing. Washing. Clothing. So the kunshi, the ina, or the auntie might say, heyake, your clothing. Heyake, shape, hina, au, bedujajakte. Heyake is clothing, shape, dirty, hena, those, Au, bring. I'll wash them. So heyake. 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 Clothing. Oop, yeah. No. Clothing. Is that how you spell it?
Yep. No, no E.
No E. Sorrow. Clothing. Heyake. Heyake ni tawa. Clothing yours ni tawa. Hayake clothing. Hayake ni tawa. Ni tawa. Yorn. Ni tawa. Hayake ni tawa. Clothing yours. Hena. Hena. Those. Hayake ni tawa. Hena. The au. Ah. Au. Bring. Hayake ni tawa hena. Au. Hayake ni tawa shape. 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 It's soiled, it's dirty. Hayake ni tawa. This should have been up here. Hena. Au shape. Soiled, dirty. Hayake ni tawa hena shape. Au. It could have been either, but it doesn't matter. You can still understand it. Hayake ni tawa hena shape. Au. Bring. Badu. Badu. Ja. Ja. De. Because it's a woman's role, it's always ye. Hayake ni tawa hena shape au. Badu jajakte. Hayake ni tawa hena shape au. Badu jajakte. Long time ago, it's by hand. Put it up there. Dry. Otkea, they hang them. Otkea. Dry. Today, you just open that. You throw it in there. Dries, or you throw it in there. Yujaja. Kajaja. Hayake is just a word to describe clothing. You know? What kind of clothing? What kind of hayake are you talking about? It could be wichaumpe. Wichaumpe. Shirt.
How do you say that?
Wichaumpe. Yeah. Shirt. Wichaumpe. Wichaumpe. The shirt. Unzo ore. Unzo ore. Ore is you put it around. Ore. Pants. Unzo ore. This is a straight z sound. It's not z. It's z. Unzo ore. Pants. Pantaloons. Unzo ore. Hena au. Bedu jajakte. Wichaumpe hina au. Bedu jajakte. Hayake clothing hina au. Bedu jajakte. Ishto kanu ha? What did you do with them? What did you do with them? To kanu ha? Dokanu. Could be a word that you can use if you don't know where they are. Dokanu. What did you do with them? Dokanu. What did you do with them? What did you do? You do with them. Do with them. Dokanu, huh? What did you do with them? Au. Ode. Look for them. Ode. Look for them. Au. Bdujajak. Wichampe uzore. Akan. Umpi. The one that you were on top. Akan umpi. I think we talked about that in our nouns and stuff like that. Quote. Akan umpi. Some say unkhda. Some dialect say unkhda. Akan umpi. Unkhda. Some dialects will say that. Unkhda. Shirt wichampi. Zigzicha. This is G. Zigzicha. Wichampi. Zigzicha. Stretchy shirt.
Will that be like a t-shirt,
No, it will be a sweater.
sweater?
Yeah.
Oh,
Zigzicha. It's stretchy.
so
Wichampi zigzicha.
so you have to say we shall be
Zigzicha. Yeah. Wichampi zigzicha. Your sweater. Any kind of sweater. Could be her hoodie. Could be an outer gear. That's stretchy. Zigzicha. Wichampi zigzicha. Just to throw that in there. A vest. A vest. How do you say a vest? Your armpit. Okihana. About there. Okihana. Just up to your armpit. The vest. O Ki Ha Na. Na. Okihana. Your vest. Okihana. Your vest. Humska. 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 Your socks. Humska. Socks. Humska. Wichampi uzoge akanumpi. Wichampi zigzicha. Okihana huska. Hina. Au. Brujajakte. I will wash them. Brujajakte. Yeah. There's many other items that you can find in these books. Dakota English Dictionary. There's many books. There's another one there that you can purchase if you're so inclined to really be serious about learning the language. There's ways. Don't let that thing prevent you from doing. It costs too much, I don't like ordering stuff, like that, You'll get defeated easily. That comes from doctrine of discovery. You're to remain a beast of the field. Beast of the field or beast of the land. Yes. So hey, Chitu, just certain words that you could use. But there's other words that we could use to find, wapaha. Wapaha. Your cap. Wapaha zigzicha. Wapaha zigzicha. Your tuk. Tuk. Wapaha. Cap. Cap.
Cap or tooth?
Cap or tuk. No, cap is wapaha. Wapaha. Wapaha zigzicha. There's an A here. Wapaha. Just like zigzicha, remember? Zigzicha. That's a tuk because it's stretchy, right? Wapaha zigzicha. It's stretchy. Wapaha hishma, a fur cap. He is fur. Shma is thick. Wapaha. These are just words I'm adding on to. He. It's an H. He. Shma. Wapaha hishma. It's your fur cap. So, the wheels of the household, the wheels of the community, during the day, the old people, used to say, the day is too short. I can't get everything done in one day. Too short. So she'll leave some for tomorrow. She might make big meals today. Tomorrow's a laundry day. So she does some today and then some tomorrow. And one thing I'd like to mention at this time is the role we atako ichumpe. We choke on the job that they have since colonization. Since colonization. We atako ichumpe. Hina Owasnana, all of it is still with them. The roles that the Wiyan play prior to colonization and after colonization, the roles that Wiyan play, the roles that Wiyan do, looking after children, washing, laundry, cooking, cleaning, all these things that Wiyan do, it's still there. It hasn't changed. What about the man? We chugged that. What about the man? We think about, let me see, what about the man? What did the man used to do before colonization and shortly after colonization? The man used to protect the household. The man used to protect the community. The man used to protect the community. Oyate. Man's responsibility. As a warrior, as Akichita, the soldier, the security, we're tasked with looking after the community. If there's a threat coming on, we're there. We're there to do something about that threat that threatens the individual, the tiwahe, the household, tioshpaye, the family setting, oyate, oyanke. If something threatens the wichaghe, that's his responsibility. Itazipe ikikchu. Wahachanka ikikchu. Itazipe is the bow. The bow. Wahinkpe. Wahinkpe. The arrow. Wahachanka. the shield. That's his responsibility as the man back then. But now we can't do that. Remember earlier I said, while the wina is cooking, the koshi ina are cooking, the man is sitting in the shade over there waiting for the food to cook so he can eat. He's got nothing to do, just sits there. Because his role as the man was taken away from him. Ichupi, kipi. Now we have RCMP doing the man's role as the protector. So the man has nothing to do. So maybe the man's role, when he knows there's hardly any tado, no meat, no tado, and he gets his wahinkpe, itazipe, he goes hunting. All day he's gone. 2 days he's gone. In the back day there's the buffalo, the elk. Wihini, go hunting, look around. You can't hardly do that today. Because once you get off the boundary of this community called Sioux Valley, once you get off the boundaries of this community, there's a landowner there. Washichua. Hey. That's my land. My land. You can't do that. Upon the RCMP. So there again, the role of the man is diminished again. To be a protector is a 24-hour. To be a supplier of food takes days to do that. So now the role of the man is diminished. The role of the man is to bring up the child. Once the boy, only the boy, he's raised over there with mama, ina, konshi, he was raised over there. Hechi ichachya, piwiyang ekta, on the woman's side. He learns how to be these 7 things I mentioned earlier, woinina and all the wawokia, those kinds of things. He knows how to play the role of a helper over there. Anahuptankte, to listen. Echunkte, to do it, work hard with the woman as a young boy. Once he knows all that, once he knows how to listen and take command, at a certain age, usually around 12, 13, he gets kicked out of on the woman on that side. Comes over here on the men's side, learns the men's roles as a young boy. Those are gone now. We can't do that no more because they go to school over here. We don't have all the time anymore to bring the kids to be hunters. Wood looking. To be protectors, wahikpe, itazipe, wahachanka. We don't have these anymore because that role is taken away from us. So the man is over there watching his wife, Tawichu, washpanya. He sits there all afternoon. Hardly any job now. Get commodity where he used to wihini, look. Doesn't do that anymore. He sits in the shade over there because his role is taken away. So he's got lots of time. Apeto ata all day. Ish ishtima. Ishtima. Dakota chunkta yuhishin. Got nothing to do. Yes, you can find job. But especially nowadays, it's hard to find job. We chocha. Job. We chocha. So we go around powwowing 12 months of the year. Put regalia on. Wapesha wiaka. Chada. Hope to win $1,000 that weekend. That is our life today. As a man, as a male, our roles are diminished. Got too much time on our hand. Think about those things. How does that affect the mind, the character of the male in the community? So I wanted to mention that. As we trust an ordinary man, ordinary people, we trust colonization has affected our lives in a very is it called demonstrative? Then it's demonstrate. You can look at it. You can see it. You can see it. Colonization has affected us so much. What do we put? How do I fill my time? As my role as a man, as a male, is diminished. Too much time on my hand. If I can't find a job, what do I do? These are things to think about. How can we fill that void? Down over there, about a month ago, down over there in Rapid City, there was a conference, treaty conference, Lakota Treaty Conference. That's a the video edito. A young woman, all the degrees she has. I was listening. She talked about what you call cancel culture today. Cancel culture today. There's other forms of cancel culture, but what she was mentioning is that colonization. This is what I got out. Myself, this is what I'm thinking. She talks about in the back days, colonization, when they first thought about residential school and all that, to take language and culture away from our young ones. Takoja. They put them in big trucks, take them away at 5, 6 years old. Don't come back till 16 years old, some of them. Some of them pass away over there. Over there, she says, they take language and culture away from us. Take language and culture away from us. That leaves a void. This is what I'm thinking. Leaves a void. When the male comes back, there's a void. Now I'm talking about the male, because now he can't hunt. He can't look after his people. So over time, over generations, when your culture and your language is taken away, what do you do? So they're rubbed out. They erased your way of life, your language and your culture. It's erased. Who you are, traditions, is erased. So now you're walking around hockey stick in hand. As a young man today, several years ago, there's movies. Oh, about gang life, about the drug world, the new music, all these kinds of that. Because we don't have our language and our culture to practice, we try to fill that void, is what I'm thinking. And because it's in our trait as men that we're supposed to be together, societies, okodakche, to be soldiers, to be security, to be hunters. We don't have that anymore. Hey, there's a gang. Yes, hey, that's a gang over there. I like that. I'll do that. So we do that. But that's not who we're supposed to be. We're not supposed to hurt our community members. So that's what I got out of this young lady that was talking down in Rapid City. Cancel culture. We replace what we've lost with something else that interests us, that we like. And I see, wo inina which I use my thinking, contemplating my environment that we live in today. So think about hina yukcha poito. These are just my thoughts. Wo yukcha, but that time, wo yukcha, my thoughts, I make it known. So Hechitu, the role of woman is hard work. Many things to do. Day is short, can't finish it all. In the meantime, man is sitting over there in the shade, waiting for his wahompe, complaining. Hey, Chano Shinda, you didn't do it right. You know, complaining all the time because that's all we can do today. So, no, just kidding. I'm just trying to make it to quarter after here. Maybe that's all. That's where I'll leave it. Next week, maybe we can, if the ladies want to continue with the roles, I mean, we can still do that. You know, there's many things women do that we don't know about. So, we'll do that much. And those of you, especially that lady, very far away. Sioux City, Iowa. The sign for Sioux is this, right?
Right.
Yeah.
There's another one here, Marva.
Oh, Marva Tolleson. Tokitaha. Somewhere down there. Anahoptampe. You're listening. Wopedichichiapido. Ninehina pidanichiapte. I thank you. Nehina is going to do you good. Pidanichiapte. It'll do you good. Sanahoptan kapo. Iwohara kapo. Talk about amongst yourselves. Those of you that are out there. Somebody you can influence them to listen, to watch, so you can learn too. We'll try our best over here because we know we Sisitwa. Cheipa. Sisitwa. Cheipa. Oh. Na pech yuza pira. Anagupta nakape. Yomak pira. Awicha kapo. Try hard. Dena danikota pira. Nakota hinicha pe lakota. Awicha kapo speech ichiapo. Niehina iniwashte pira. Ohechitero mitake pe toshta ke. Next week. Hechitero.